Bottlers. Absolute fucking bottlers, the lot of them. Good morning, I'm Virgil. Welcome to Claret and Booze. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. Please hit the like button once you've watched the show. As you can tell, I'm absolutely pissed off after yesterday's game. Fucking bottlers. That's what they are. A bunch of absolute bottlers. Not the players. Those fucking on-field officials. Cowardly. Absolute cowardly. I mean, what is the point of them these days? What is the fucking point of having 3 on-field officials that don't make fucking brave decisions, that shy away from the big decisions, that wait for Big Brother, also known as VAR, to tell them there's an issue? Chelsea's equaliser yesterday should not have stood. I don't care what phase of play it was or how long ago it was. It indirectly led to their goal. Bowen was absolutely body checked like a quarterback sacking in the NFL. And the thing was, it wasn't even off the ball. It was exactly where the ball was. So all 3 officials would have been looking in that direction. So you tell me, what's the fucking point? They get paid handsomely, right? And yes, they get a lot of stick. But they've got to be criticised when they deserve to be criticised. And that first goal should not have fucking stood. I don't care how long ago it was before the goal was scored. Make the decision in the fucking first place. Absolute bunch of fucking bottlers. Now, as for the team, I thought the team did very well, personally speaking. We were very unlucky to not get something out of that game. And I understand people's frustrations when they say we played like a low block, but it was an impressive low block for me. It was a low block that allowed speedy transitions when we did win the ball, when we broke Chelsea down, when they broke down their phases of play. I mean, let's not forget, that isn't our full strength team. And ultimately, people will say, well, so what? You know, it does make a difference. But what you saw last night, again, and Potter said it in his press conference after the game, you saw a togetherness. You saw a group of players that are playing for each other there, right? I mean, Andy Irving, he's become the new Christian Daly, isn't he? I mean, he's got 2 or 3 songs sung about him last night in the game. I thought it was brilliant. And I think he did well. You know, what do you expect from the Scottish Messi? I haven't seen much of him, but I thought he did a job. Everyone on that pitch knows their role. Everyone on that pitch is being coached well and knows what they have to be doing in order to make the team as a whole work. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of those players, we'll argue, shouldn't be in the Premier League starting 11. And I don't disagree. Cresswell, Soufal, the obvious, right? But ultimately, we have to judge them on a performance, game-by-game situation. I don't think anyone had a really bad game last night. I thought they did well. I mean, let's not forget, there was a time in the second half when the Chelsea centre-back, I think it was Tosin, is it? He had the ball. He was about 40 yards from goal. They had nowhere to go. We were set up brilliantly. We had shape. We had purpose. We had tactics. And you could see we'd been coached. And that's what Potter offers you. You know, ultimately, disappointment at not getting something out of last night, of course. But look how far we've came. Last night reminded me of the Villa game in the FA Cup where we lost. But no one's really throwing their toys at the problem as a main, are they? As a whole. I mean, I know some people have, you know, come out and sort of said Potter's a fraud and, you know, we were pony and all that. But let's look at the evidence. As a fan base, as a majority, most of us after last night would have had far more positives than negatives. Now, for all the possession Chelsea had, which was about 65% possession, they created very little. And what they did create was pretty much handed to them on the plate, i.e. their equaliser should not have fucking stood because of the clear and blatant body check on Bowen. And the second goal came from an absolute wicked deflection off Wan-Bissaka, which could have gone absolutely anywhere, but just our luck, it looped over Areola. All right? And yes, Areola made a great save from the free kick against Cole Palmer. So what? We had chances. I'm impressed. I'm looking forward to the future under Potter. He's a man who is calm. He's a man who comes across well. He speaks well. And you can see that those players like him because they are responding to him. Too many games this season with Lopetegui, we realised that it seemed like the players weren't playing for him. But what we've seen already is a togetherness across the whole squad because the squad is being used in its entirety now. Orford, Scholes, Irving, Cresswell, Soufal, squad players having to step up and step in and get minutes and a lot of minutes while we cover some of the injuries we've had. So, yes, we might not be picking up the points we need, but we're not going down, right? Whether people like this phrase or not, I don't give a monkeys. This is a long pre-season for us. This is Potter instilling what he wants and what he expects from this team and squad. And this is Potter seeing who can do what he needs them to do going forward for next season. It's more than likely that some of them won't be there next season, yeah? But while they are here, we can see a response. I don't think Cresswell's been bad in the last 2 games, and he's still getting stick. Don't let what you think our squad should look like at this stage cloud your judgment on the current situation, i.e. on the pitch and with the management and the coaching. We are being coached well. We know our jobs. We know our roles. The players are together. The players are working for each other. There's a spirit already in the short space of time that he's been there that we didn't have at all under Lopetegui. Surely that is filling you with confidence and optimism, going forward. I think the only negative I could take from last night was Kudus. And when I say that, his final decision is letting him down a little bit. He was great. He wanted the ball. He was on the ball. He was taking people on. He was winning free kicks. But it's just that final third with him at the minute. He seems to either hold on to it too long and take one touch too many and then get crowded out, or he just seems to turn back into trouble. Sometimes, Mo, simple is better. Kiss. Keep it simple, stupid. I'm not calling you stupid, Mo. I won't want to fucking row with you, you big fucking unit. Look, I'm impressed. I'm happy with what I saw last night. And ultimately, I'm looking forward to the future. Yeah. We should have got something out of last night. Bowen was exceptional on his return. Yes, the goal came from a defensive mistake from them, but he still had an awful lot to do. And my God, didn't he? What a finish that was. What a strike. You wouldn't have thought he'd been out for that length of time at all. I mean, if there wasn't any more proof how important he is to us and how much he loves us as a club, then that to me proved it last night. He was absolutely over the moon to be back. And he was exceptional. Absolutely exceptional from start to finish. So look, people, let's be positive. Let's look to the future and let's realise that this is a learning curve, not only for the players and us, but also for Potter going forward. Yeah? This is a learning curve. He's learning about his squad. We're learning about him. The players are learning about what he expects from them. I'm looking forward to this reign. And for those of you that say Potter's a fraud, Hammers Mikey, I'm talking to you, kid. Come on, mate. Come on, mate. Surely you've seen more under Potter than you have under Lopetegui. So, with all due respect, whilst I respect your opinion and others that may say similar, let's be realistic. Look what he's done in a short space of time. He has galvanised a forlorn, depleted and demoralised squad in a very short space of time. I said this in a previous video. He's made playing football fun again for them players, and he's coaching them very fucking well. He is a coach, he's a motivator, and he's a professional psychologist, as we know. He knows how to get people on side, right? We've got players to come back. Somerville, Tadibo should be back for Brentford. We've got Evan Ferguson coming in. Yes, I know he's had some injury problems. We've got to support these players. We've got to trust in Potter. Yeah? The only thing I'd say, again, Bottlers is the title of this video. I'm going to change it for the last segment. Bottler. David fucking Sullivan. Bottler again. Because what you've done is you've invested in the wrong people. And now you're sitting on your hands. You've tightened your purse strings. And this is the very man that you should be investing in long term, let me tell you. Because this man can bring a lot back to this club. This man will probably get you off the hook to some extent. But now you've taken over the transfer policy again. You need to look at yourself. Invest in this man. Give this man what he wants, and he will take us forward. How far forward? I don't know. But I tell you something, already, it's a darn sight better to watch than it has been all season. Even in defeat, I've been relatively happy with the games we've played. So let's support this lad. Let's support this manager. Let's get behind this team for the rest of the season. We're not going to win anything, but we're not going down either. So let's work with what we've got and be happy with last night's performance. Come on, your irons. Subscribe, like. Take care, people.